Welcome to The Explainer. So, have you ever felt like you're grinding away, putting in all the work, but it feels like nobody's even noticing? Yeah, this one is for you. Today, we're digging into a really powerful idea from The Grind in the Shadows, and it's all about this. You have to earn belief. You can't just ask for it.
Let's just start right here, because this one sentence is everything. It's the core truth. See, potential, it's invisible, right? It's just a promise of what could be. But proof? Well, proof is right there in your face. It's undeniable.
All right, so our first section gets into a tough pill to swallow. The people closest to you, your family, your friends. Deep down, a part of them is secretly wondering if you've really got what it takes. And they'll keep wondering right up until the moment you have something real, something tangible to show for all your effort. And honestly, why wouldn't they doubt you? Just think about it for a second. The world is absolutely flooded with big plans and amazing potential. Every single person has a dream. But what's really, truly rare? The person who actually follows through. The one who executes and turns that dream into reality. This right here nails the misunderstanding perfectly. On one side, you've got the real story, the blood, the sweat, the sleepless nights, that whole grueling, lonely process. That's totally invisible to everyone else. They only pay attention to the other side, the finished product, the win, the results they can finally see, touch, and maybe even brag about. So why is everybody so skeptical? Well, this next part is really important to understand. It's probably not malice. It's not that they actually want you to fail. It's more like a defense mechanism they've built up over time, from experience. And that leads to the big question, right? Why does it feel like you're totally on your own before you've actually won? Why does nobody seem to be in your corner when you're in the thick of the fight, down in the trenches? The reason is a little brutal, but simple. They feel like they've seen this movie before, and they think they know how it ends. They've watched person after person start out strong with huge claims and big dreams, only to watch all that hype just fizzle out. The vision dies before it ever gets off the ground. And this is the exact pattern they're expecting to see. It's the classic New Year's resolution cycle, you know? January is all about big goals and tons of hype. By March, the effort's gone and it's right back to the old habits. Fair or not, that's the predictable story you're being measured against. So what this all means is their skepticism, it's not actually personal. It's based on a pattern of failure they've seen again and again and again. To them, you're just another dreamer until your actions prove day in and day out that you are the exception to that rule. Okay, but here's where it gets dangerous. All that constant external skepticism, it can start to seep in. And when it does, it fuels a much bigger, much more powerful enemy, the doubt that starts growing inside your own head. And that is the real trap. It's when you start to believe their doubts, when you're alone and you start to wonder, am I just wasting my time? Is this all just a fantasy? That feeling, that paralysis, that's the real dream killer. So how do you fight that? What's the antidote? It's simple, but it is so powerful, it's progress. The absolute best way to break through that paralysis is to just stop, zoom out for a minute, and look at the proof of how far you've already come. This is where you learn to use your own progress as the ultimate weapon against your own doubt. You have to become your own believer, building that confidence from the ground up, one small win at a time. It is so easy to forget how far you've come, especially when you're staring up at this giant mountain you still have to climb. But actually looking back at your growth, even the tiniest steps, it shatters that illusion that you're stuck. It's the reminder you need that you are 100% capable of taking on what's next. Okay, but that brings up a really tough question. What happens when you look back and there's nothing? What if you realize you've just been spinning your wheels? This right here is a moment that calls for some radical honesty with yourself. And this is where you have to get real about the difference between just working hard and applying effective effort. Are you just staying busy to feel productive, or are you actually moving the needle? Are you analyzing what works, making adjustments, and creating a new plan when something is clearly failing? You know, true grit, real perseverance, isn't about blindly pushing forward with a strategy that's broken. It's about being smart enough and humble enough to know when it's time to pivot, when to change your game plan completely. And all of this brings us to the final and most powerful part of this whole mindset, embracing the grind when no one is watching,
when no one's clapping, when no one is cheering you on. This is where the real work happens.
This is the reality you just have to accept. The applause, the respect, the support, it all comes after you've already crossed the finish line. So stop wasting your precious energy trying to convince people with your words. It's time to force them to believe with your work.
So what's this so-called secret formula? Well, spoiler alert, it's not a secret at all. It's just a raw commitment to extreme discipline and focus. It means operating like a machine, cutting out the noise, and just showing up every single day, no matter how you feel, and doing the work. Period. See, when you adopt this kind of mindset, you take luck and hope and the need for anyone else's approval completely out of the equation. You're not hoping to succeed anymore. You are building success, brick by painstaking brick. And that is the ultimate shift. Success stops being a question. It stops being a possibility. It simply becomes an inevitable outcome of your consistent, your relentless, your focused effort. It's just a matter of time. So we'll end on the only question that's left to answer, the one that turns this entire thing back on you. If success is really just a matter of time and effort, what are you doing with your time right now to make it happen?